Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to another beautiful session here. It's Friday, 24th June, and we have pound yen breaking above these highs over here, above 165,600. Amazing move here. As you can see, we had clean candles for the left hand side. Amazing. I didn't take any trades today. Was pretty busy with other stuff. But let's see what opportunity do we get today. I'm struggling to make consistency. Please help me. Well, call the suicide helpline. Can't really help you with that. Actually, I can. The main thing is just have to focus on 1 or 2 trades today. At the end of the day, that's it. You look amazing. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at Forex Factory first. Let's take a look at Forex Factory. So we have nothing really happening. Should be a pretty easy day today. Simple volume should play out here today. Let's take a look at gold. Bring up gold. So we're going to do a breakdown over here for gold and pound yen. So first of all, before you do a breakdown, you need to remove all previous analysis. So we're going to remove all these analysis. Let's start off with the daily time frame now. The daily candle has literally gone bullish. We have a resistance at 167,800. There's a very high possibility the price can retest this area, right? So that's a buying bias at this point. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we can see the 4-hour candles have, wow, really skyrocketed up over here. We're rejecting a 166,300 area. So now we need to, so now our bias is buys, right? Well, my bias is buys. Let me put this down here a little bit. Okay, so my bias is buys. So let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame to see if that even makes sense. Now, looking at the 1 hour, we can clearly see that there's some sort of a resistance being formed around 166, 240, 250. And if we extend it through the left hand side, we can see that this is also an area which was rejected yesterday around pre-London. Right, we reject this area, now we're rejecting this again. So now the basic component of price action at this time would be to wait for price to create some sort of a support and retest 166, 230, 240, and then potentially continue pushing up towards 166, 800, which is like 55 pips away. Let's take a look at the 30-minute now. Looking at the 30-minute, we can see that that really is a resistance right here. 166, let's say 220, 200. So as this is formed a resistance now, we would want price to break and close above 166, 240, 250. There's also a resistance to the left hand side. That's going to be, I would say maybe if price does break and close above this area here, this is going to be negligible because we're patient traders and we will only be looking for price to move up when there's high volume. And we all know whenever there's high volume, price breaks these little tiny zones. Now, that's for buys. Let's take a look at for sells. Now for sells, we got a support 165, 970. That's a pretty solid rejection area here as well on a 15-minute time frame. So we can confidently say that we're consolidating here now. But Since we had a move during the London session, we have to see was there any news. So there was no news that made price go up. So I think this was an impulse move up from price. So if this was an impulse move up, maybe there's a possibility we can correct this move, right? Because all impulse moves in the market are corrected. So I think if someone's looking for sells, which I will be looking for sells, if this candle on the 30-minute, I would say, breaks below 165,940 for price to continue pushing down. We have enough range. Now, don't ask me if that's going to be impulse entry or candle close. We'll have to wait to see how basically price moves through this area. Please send me your number. Yeah, that's the last thing I want to do. Send some random guy my number on the internet. Amazing. What's your thoughts on gold just been ranging for this week? Yeah, let's get to gold over here. Now, daily candle, previous daily candle closed with no wick at the bottom, right? This daily candle is pushing bullish, so we need to see what the hell is going on because we're just consolidating here. Now, if you look at this right here, we're just consolidating, but I think a better move is going to be for gold to break below 1820 and then continue pushing down to 1806. So, you know, let's take a look on the 4 hour, see what's happening. Now, on the 4 hour, we do have a support, 1822, and 4 hours a mess here, and like, you know, the previous 4 hour candle moved up and moved down, which is consolidating at this point. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, that's correct. We do have this support right here, 1822, 1821. This is going to be the area where I'm going to be looking for sells, and then I think this is a resistance right here, 1830. We'll have to take a look at this on a 30-minute time frame. And yeah, that's a pretty good solid support. So I think analysis on gold is pretty straightforward. Break above 1830 to move up. We got clean candles to the left hand side, or break below 1820 to move down since we got these wicks to fill. And if we do break below 1821, you could imagine volume to drive price all the way down to 1816 because wicks are only filled in momentum. And that's something we will see, right? So we'll have to wait over here. Gold is a waiting game. Even if you want to measure this range below this low over here, it's like a 22 pip range, you know? What are you going to do? So this is going to be a no trade range. And potential buys above 1830. And we're going to be looking at potential sells below 1821. Yeah. Sells below 1821. It could reject around 1819. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. You will be expecting volume to continue pushing price down to fill the wick at 1816. So yeah, I guess we're just waiting here now. And I think pound yen is also ranging, which is pretty good. So potential buys above, that's basically what I'm looking for at this point, 166,300. And same thing right here, potential sells below 165, let's say 920. It's amazing how price is set up at this point. Sells below 166, 165. Patiently waiting for breakout. Yes. So that's it. You know, it's a Friday, and I hope no one's in a rush to trade on a Friday because hey, you know, it's a Friday. Don't really rush into a trade. Like, you know, I mean, if I rush into a trade, that's because I'm a professional and I've been doing this for about 7 years now, profitable for the last 6 years. So just manage your risk. Someone donated 40 rupees. भाई आपको email कर दिया है, check कर लें. Thank you. Gulag, let's start the day everyday questions. What do you think of this trade? Let's take a look at this chart here. It's about time someone sent a chart in the Gulag instead of asking questions. Let's take a look at this here. Oh, Paige, you're wrong chart. Buddy boy sent the wrong chart. Let's take a look at the pre-markets data over here. I want to know the big news in Forex, which gold moves 60 to 70 pips move at news within a minute. There are a lot of news. There's NFP, there's FOMC, there's FOMC interest rates, you know, and all that stuff. Long time we didn't get that wrong chart. Yeah, been a long time. We got it. Wrong chart. When is it possible for me to join the gulag? You are already in the gulag. Yeah, it's going to be a waiting game here. And whenever there's, you know, prices ranging, all the dumbass questions come up. So you guys have to be really patient and wait for price to either break below this area or break above this area. That's it. That's it. You can ask infinite amount of what if questions. Is AUD new? Maybe that's why gold is not moving. Yeah, possibly. Would you have taken the impulse on gold when it broke 1825? 1825 on gold? 1825 right here? I don't know. I don't know. Would have been tough. Yeah, would have been tough. Maybe above 1827, maybe. What do you do in boot camp? It's an in-person course. Any training boot camp soon? Yes. Trying to do one in Dubai, end of August, and Miami. In Miami, first week of September. So let's see. What's your thoughts on that gold drop yesterday? No thoughts at all. No thoughts. I'm focusing on what we can accomplish today. FMC Bullet speaks in 12 minutes. Perfect. I've seen more than 10 times that price range a lot when breakout northward just fly up and down. Yes, correct. Do a boot camp in India. We shall see. India has a lot of laws, man. So let's see over here. This was a sell on gold for price to move down in a range, and it didn't work. Perfect. Yeah, we're trying to do something in Dubai end of August, so we'll see. Do you think smart money works? Sure. I mean, I've never focused on smart money, so I don't know. I heard you've been bothering Daniel. You're the reason he doesn't like to stream. Yeah, I mean, if I'm affecting him that much, imagine how much the market affects him. Did you trade London? No, I didn't take any trades. Nothing. What do you use that name? Gulag is the prison in Russia? Yeah. How many spots for your boot camps? Normally we have around 15 spots for the boot camps. Yeah, so we're just consolidating here now in gold. Pound yen also waiting over here. The 30-minute candle is about to close in about 10 minutes, so we're going to see what happens. It's scalping in Asian worth it? Yeah, I mean, you know, there's some high volume news. He disabled his Telegram comments too. Yes. Since Fed rate, you take not so much. Raja, since Fed rate, you take not so much right. I take not so much what? Love from Kenya, thank you. How long do you hold trades? Depends. Trades win. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. How much is typical boot camp? It's around like 12 to 1500. Good to see you streaming. Thank you. Why do you only trade pound yen and gold? Because those are the two instruments I've been focusing on for the last pound yen. I've been trading for the last 5 years, 6 years. So it's, to me, it's pretty simple. Gold as well, you know, so it's like the same thing. Like, you know, sometimes in the beginning you want to focus on all the pairs, you want to focus on all the majors, you want to focus on all major metals, you know, and it's not beneficial, even though you think it would be beneficial for you to catch a trade if you look at all pairs. But you know, like, to be honest, it's not that beneficial at all. How can you join your Zoom call? You can't. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Price closed back in the range. It's a small range over here. If it closes weak bullish below resistance, which sells fake out, retest the fake out. I don't know. I don't know. I have no comments on that. I'd be looking at sells below 1822 because it's a small range over there. So I'm not really interested in that. Do we track August Bootcamp? What? Do we track August Bootcamp through announcements? I don't want to miss this one. Yeah, so the announcement is going to be made. When did you live stream on Thursday? I thought it was 135. Same time. Better take sells below no trade zone. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at sells below this area. Do you take sells if London open candle breaks previous candle without creating upper wick first? Sure, it depends on, you know, how the price has set up itself, Arpit. Anyone catch? You don't trade US30? No, no, sir. No US30. Focusing on pound yen over here because I do think that this was a impulse move up, and if we do break below 165.940, I think we can move down. Would you take a 15-minute candle close confirmation? Yeah, we'll see. Below over here. We'll see. Again, Harry, it depends on how the candles have positioned themselves on pound yen or gold. Is it better to trade GJ in Asia or anytime? First, you need to figure out what session you want to focus on and what pair you want to focus on, and just watch that for the first 2-3 months. Just watch. First time for candle close? Yes. I really like the dynamic entry adding to better price. Would you close partials if yes, I would. Do you think the markets have gotten harder to trade in terms of manipulation? No idea. Never even thought about that. Is there a quick way? But I do think market dynamics do change, you know, like sometimes volume would appear at NY Open, then there are like spells where it happens at pre-NY, then there are spells that happens at NYSE. So those are the things you kind of like, you know, identify if you're watching the same pair at the same time every day. So you kind of like, you know, see those changes. Just like when you like, you know, you have a partner and you see different mood swings in your partner, you're like, oh shit, this person has been acting pretty weird this time of the day lately. I wonder what's happening. You know, it's the same thing with pairs over here. Is there a quick way to calculate profit, like lot pip for all pair? I mean, I use mental maths for that. I use mental mathematics because if I open a 50 lot and price moves down, let's say 10 pips, in my mind, I'm like, okay, that's around $4,400. So, you know, if it moves around 20, that's around 8,000 or something like that, you know. So it's like using mental mathematics, or you can use one lot with that. Last some days were bad for gold and GJ. What do you think? Yeah, I agree. I agree they were. This year with the war, inflation, and rates has changed dynamics a lot. That's true. What made market move? I mean, how actually it moves. I don't care how market moves. I know there are orders going in and out, algos, institutions, banks. I don't look into that information. I just like to see where I can take a sell. I like to see where I can take a buy. And then I like to see where I can manage risk. And then I like to see where I can let a position run. That's all what I focus on. Do you think having a funded account is good if you're a profitable trader? Sure, yeah. Your bias on GJ, please. Bias or bearish? Already talked about that. Congrats on the 91,000 win. Thank you. I want to join your Slack meeting. You can't. Do you use buy sell stops? Sometimes on news. So the 15-minute candle is about to close over here. Very interesting. 30-minute candle is also about to close. This should be very interesting. What do you remember? When? 20th May. The 20th May stream towards the end. And the 28th May. I remember 20th May because it was my birthday. Do we need markets incentives to buy market fluidity? Yes, send an email. Can you trade GAUD? Sure, yeah you can. It's like pound yen 4-hour conflicts with 15 minutes. Sure. All answers to dumb questions are going to be or make sense, or yeah, sure. So you guys really have to think about the questions you ask. Gold will go to 2,000? Sure. Any boot camp in Nepal? Not really planning to come to Nepal. Have a great day. Thank you. When will Domain Market fix the commission services to join Market Fluidity? It's fixed now, so we're going to be sending them out from today. I deposited from local market in Domain 3 days ago, but I didn't update my account. Rana साहब ईमेल भेजे ना जरा तुसी एक ईमेल भेजो ते असी जो है ना 2-3 घंटा विच उसकी चेक करने हैं तुसी चुपचाप करी ते ईमेल भेजो बस ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮਸਲਾ ਜਾਲੋ ਸੀ What time frames to look at when swing trade? 4 hour, daily, 1 hour. When is the next session for Market Fluidity? I want to join September. The best live streams, thanks to Market Fluidity. I'm living my dreams. Oh, amazing. Thank you, Natalia. Appreciate it. Send a shout out to Uganda. Hey, what's the third pair you want to trade? None. None. No impulse entry on JJ. No. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you think the mentorship you had impacted the trader you are today? I think it impacted a lot. It had a lot to do with that because, you know, like every time we do an intake, we do a webinar, and every time in that webinar, we go over basic stuff. And I think going over the basics helps a lot. People really, like, you know, ignore the basics. Like if you go over the basics, every time you will recognize something you are missing. Every time. Even if it's the basics like how to calculate pips. Even if you go over how to calculate pips, maybe, you know, once every day, you're gonna understand something you didn't understand before. All the time. So whenever people join Market Fluidity, I tell them, hey, like, you know, this is where you come to unlearn everything and then relearn all that back again. Because when you're relearning from scratch, man, you pick up so much crucial information. So much crucial information. When do you usually place trade on BE? When I'm securing profits. Why haven't you put support below the body? Because, you know, there's these wick rejections here. So I'm looking to see how the candle reacts this here. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Candle's about to close here as well. Can this support be a problem for a sell trade? Yes, it can be a problem. It can be a problem right here. Or even right here, so we'll see. The web seminar intake shared with the rest of us, it'd be nice to watch. Yeah, it's in the database. You didn't take impulse trade on GJ? No, I was busy. Can I swing trade smaller account? Yes, you can. Raja, seen girl said she bought a course. You have a course again, no one in links. Oh. Yeah, like, I mean, if you didn't get any confirmation, send an email to rakeel at theforexfamily.com. So we got around 30 seconds left. Gold is pushing down here as well. Not really focusing on gold until it breaks below 1821. Raja ji, Gujranwala कितों कर सबूत कैंप तकसा यारा ओ एक जगह ही बूंदूरी ते उस हस्ते कोई planning करसा. If you want to take trade in London session, where would you could tell? You need to take a look at the chart and you need to really explain to yourself where. Okay, so we have a candle closing bearish on the 30-minute time frame. For price to really push down, let's bring up the terminal over here because it could be game time soon. Game time. Yeah, so would really want this candle to make a top wick and then break below this wick over here and then continue pushing down. That's what I would want to see. Yeah, impulse entry. That's what I would want to see. Wick up, break below the low, and then continue pushing down. What if I want to join Market Fluidity this month of July? Yeah, sure you can. Sure you can. If you can find it, sure you can. Your Mirpuri accent is strong. Thank you. Potwari, I'd like to say it's Potwari, but I think it's a mix of Punjabi, Potwari, and Mirpuri. And Lori. I'm a new trader and for a month I was losing money. I watched and continued to watch your live streams past and present. The last 2 weeks I've been making 14% profit. Amazing. Well done. Hey, Rich Nick. Dominion broker available for Nepal. Yes, सानू बुला लो तो फिर यार असां भी सिखना चाहना तुसां वाले ग्रां भी वेखसां भाईजान बस हुन करने हैं planning. My mistake is I don't wait for the candle to close at times. Well, then you just gotta wait. Just gotta wait. Wait करसो तो surprise मिलसी. Are you from Pakistan? Yes. 730 looks like a first target. Yeah, I'm looking at that area as well. You know, but there's this area right here which may, I don't know, because I want to say that this is probably going to be an important area, but since price was moving up, it didn't quite react to this area. What happened was that this candle, it retraced to react to this area here. So maybe that may not be as much of an influential area, this one, as we would expect. How much funds do you need to set up a Forex brokerage? I put up around 280,000 of my own money. Thanks to you, have been killing GJ. No losses when I have money. I'm joining your family. Oh, amazing. Well done. Well done. London opens are so rapid. Should we operate on 15 minutes for entries? Sure. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Someone sent some beautiful, one of our dear members in the Gulag sent a chart, and we can't ignore that by chart clarity. Oh wow, very nice. Close above resistance, nice bottom wave form, stops below the low. Beautiful. Very nice. राजा भाई रुक जाओ, थोड़ा टटी करनी है, ब्रेक ले लो. नहीं यार, तुसां जाके करो टटी. असां ना रुकने होण. Oh man. Alright. What if GJ doesn't create a top wick? Then you know it doesn't. What can we do? Then it doesn't. Can someone become professional like you after joining market fluidity course? No. I'm not gonna say market fluidity is gonna make you a professional trader, but what I am gonna say is that it's gonna provide you the tools to maybe make 200 to 300 a week. 200 to 300 a week. That's something what I can say confidently. All right, so see here, I'm going to reduce my risk because it's a Friday. Because the one thing you don't want to do on a Friday is to take a unnecessary loss. So you have to reduce your risk. Have to reduce your risk. Ever considered coming to Singapore for boot camp? Yes. They just got to calm down on those disease restrictions they have. I think they have, so we'll see. I think Raja is in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood. I'm just curious to know if my comments are showing on your screen. I sent a chart 100 times. We can't see links here. All right. Oh, we're about to break the low over here. Remember, I'm reducing my risk on Friday. Right here. Took a sell right here. Stops are above this current candle, and this is an impulse entry. Impulse entries have a high rate of a loss, so you need to lower your risk with impulse entries, right? This impulse entry was taken right now when this candle broke the low of the previous candle, and we had this impulse move come up from London session. So the whole idea is if we're breaking below this area, these wicks here to the left hand side, there's a very big possibility we can correct this move by going down. That's the whole idea behind this entry, that we can correct this move, because I think this was an impulsive move and we can correct this move coming down. If it was 8 p.m. you still wait for top wick? Yeah, sure. How many pips on average do you look for? 10 to 15 pips. How domain funded next? No, we scrapped that idea. What about funded next review? I don't know what that is. If market is up, you try to take sell at resistance. It's called impulse entry, and it most of time danger. Yes. So since this is trading against the trend, I'm going to be securing 10 to 15 pips because it's trading against the trend. So I'm going to get my magic keys ready over here. If you guys don't have magic keys, I highly highly recommend magic keys. You can close half, you can close full, you can put your stops at break even, you can do all sorts of things. Here, take a look. Such amazing thing right here. Keep this away from the hands of your kids because they'll break the buttons. Like mine broke mine. I want to join Market Video right now. How do I join? If you can find it, amazing. Then you can find it. Do you have a system that actually draws zones on the charts? No. I draw my own zones. How can I get installation code from Magic Keys if I lost the paper? Email Magic Keys? Maybe. Juma Mubarak, Khair Mubarak. How many minutes time frame do you use? 30 minutes. What pair is that? Your chart is blurred? No, your streaming connection is blurred. The chart is perfectly fine. So since this candle is breaking below this area, we need this candle to keep closing below 165.980. We need it to close below this area. How to calculate margin? It's calculated for you right here. Magic Keys has very many colors to attract children to it. That's correct. Rajaji GJ right now is facing the 100 MA on the 30-minute time frame. Be careful. Well, I think moving averages are lagging indicators where price is gonna go, and I believe, well, you know, I'm just gonna stick to my analysis and see what happens, you know. But the main thing is you should know how to manage risk. So even if this doesn't go my way, I'm not gonna say our way because I think I'm the only one taking this trade. If it doesn't go my way, you will see how I'm gonna manage my risk, because the risk on this trade here, the risk is around $1,887. No wick upside Y enter, can anytime flip. Yeah, it's an impulse entry. It can flip anytime. You know, the reason I took this trade was because we broke below the low and it gave me a warm, cozy feeling. Ooh. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's maybe we can continue pushing down because it gave me a warm, fuzzy feeling. Will you move another strategy in future or just use that? Well, we'll just see how it plays out. There's a small wick. Yes, I do agree there's a small wick. See, now we're moving down. So around 10 to 12 pips, I'm going to secure some profits because we're trading counter trend. So I think that's going to be a pretty good idea. See here, now let it run. Oh, we'll see. Partial stop loss at break even. Oh, nice. See, the only reason you should move your stops to break even is if you're securing positions. That's the only moment you should move your stops to break even, whenever you're securing positions, right? Who else trades with Daniel Savage strategy? I don't think anyone trades with Daniel Savage strategy. That's why I do partial, because I'm securing. Oh, nice. Oh, someone secured 6 pips. Amazing. On Friday. Beautiful. See, we're up about 8 pips at this point now. And I have my hands on close custom. See this? It says close custom. If I press this right here, automatically, see, I pressed the button. It closed 90%. And now I'm going to press stop loss at entry, and it's going to move stops at entry just like that. And now if I press close half right here, it's going to close half. Look at that. Boom. See that? Beautiful. So if you guys got this trade, you understood. If you okay, there are 2 things. Either you copied the trade, number 2, you copied the trade, understanding why this trade is being executed and understanding why price will move down, then here's a round of applause for you. Yeah. So this is what I talked about earlier on, that if this is an impulse entry, maybe we will correct this move. And this is all what we wanted right here, for price to correct this move. So see, the risk was $1,887, secured around $1,922 so far. So that's just, this, if you got this trade right, this was your trade for the day. Now you're done. Learned something new today about correcting moves that happened with no news. Oh yes, amazing. That's the key statement right there. Learned something new about the news. What? Correcting moves that happen with no news. Yeah, exactly. You every trade give me lesson of patience executions per your trading plan. Yes. So see, this is where you can't look at indicators which are lagging. Indicators are always lagging. Indicators will always lag, so you need to keep that in mind. So now this is an area which may be a problematic area right here, because this way we reject it. So we may reject this area to do a retest and continue pushing down. May, right? So that's why I secured around here. What is impulse entry? Alexandre, if you go to the database, we have 2 sections on impulse entries in great detail. Also understand how to manage risk. I understand why the trade was taken. Very nice. How much did it take to make that profit? How much did it take? 1800. Thanks for the trade. Woke up 10 minutes ago. Usually London trader. Took your trade and made 2%. Well done. What do you think on this buy on GJ? Whoa. Buy on GJ. Gold is breaking below. No, it's not. Gold is coming down to support prior to NY Open. It's not breaking anything. Yeah, gold isn't breaking here so far. Yeah, I don't really care about gold now because I got my trade. So I'm just gonna chill now. Take a look at this over here. Oh, okay, this buy above this area. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Guess who's back? Boom, boom. Back again. Boom. Amrit's back. Boom, boom. Gold is not moving. Exactly. Gold is just trying to consolidate here now. Look at this. It's a massive support over here. We need to break and close below to move down. How much do you have to use to make 1800? It's none of your concern at this point. I have a 7-figure account, so you can't really say how much it took you to make that amount. Made another 3K on a 40 lot, 200K funded. Oh, well done. Wow, look at that pound yen. I think we will correct this whole move down towards 165, 600. Why do you close quickly? Because I explained exactly why I'm going to close. So that shouldn't even be a question. Why do you change how much you risk? Because it's Friday and I don't want to risk my regular risk. I love you, Raja. Such an inspiration, bro. Karachi, Ana, biryani khayenge saath. Inshallah khayenge ji biryani. I'm currently trading stops in GJ. Amazing. This man just made more than my monthly wage in a few minutes. Insane. What can we achieve these days? Still learning and hoping I'll get to this one point. Yes, sir. With patience. How much is Magic Keys? $165. That's what it costs to get Magic Keys. Yeah, this way. This right here. Look at all these functions. Close custom, show stats, partial stop loss, everything. 100 and man, listen, even though I got this for free because I believe so this is what I told the beggar here today. There was a guy, he was begging for money. I told him, hey, like, you know, if you really want to make money, go buy some wholesale sunglasses and sell them. So I told him, listen, if you want anything for free in life, and you're really passionate about it, start a business around that product. You know, so I got this Magic Keys for free because obviously I run the business here. And man, it has, even though it costs $165, it has saved me thousands of dollars. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Magic Keys on sale, 2 for $330. Yeah, yes sir. So that's a great advice. Yeah, Ravi. That's an amazing advice. Trust me. That all started from smoking weed. You wanna smoke free weed? Get in the business. But I don't recommend that. I just recommend good, legit products. The Magic Keys .trade. Go get yourself one, Gulag. Go get yourself those. We have a Forex webinar for you. Our trade partner, Wix Don't Lie, has agreed to... Who's Wix Don't Lie? Who is this guy, Wix Don't Lie? Damn. This guy come from? Wix Don't Lie. Giving webinars? Come on. Oh, look at that. Runner is almost up 20 pips over here. 20 pips. Wow. I didn't take this trade, but do you think it made sense? Let's take a look over here. This was a sell on gold. Candle closed below support. Entered at breakup to low. 30 pip range. Yeah. Good. Great. Made sense. Made sense. I didn't see that. I wanted to see, like, you know, a break below this area for gold. I've been trying to deposit via MasterCard Bank to without success. No idea if there is still issue with liquidity. No, there's no issue. Depositing has nothing to do with liquidity. Depends on where you are, basically, and depends on your bank too, because sometimes, you know, banks, they block third-party transfers. So if you're in the US, you can deposit via ACH bank transfer as well. Can 15-minute confirmation is enough to take trade 30-minute refined zones? It depends. You still offer commissions with Magic Keys? Yes. We were running out of stock, but it should be done by tomorrow. What are your thoughts about Wyckoff? I couldn't care anything about Wyckoff. I don't trade based on Wyckoff. Someone got really pissed off maybe 2 years ago and then he came on and he said that, oh, you guys don't trade with Wyckoff. You guys don't know anything about trading. This, that, this. And he is basically nowhere to be seen anymore. How much days that it gets to take Magic Keys to India? How to pay the amount? Pay the amount first and then figure out how long it's going to take. Can I use Magic Keys on demo account? Yes. And the Bank Robber too, remember him? Bank Robber does live streams here and there. Can the Magic Keys be shipped to Kenya, Africa? Yes. Tell us about your leverage, 500 to 1. So we have NY Open coming in about 10 minutes. So I would say maybe wait for that. Wait for NY Open. Just wait. Don't make any move on gold. Wait for NY Open. Someone is pretending to be you in Instagram, trying to sell crypto business. Yes. What do you think about Swag Academy? I have no idea. I made 3,000 today. Well done. 1,100 in profit in 1 week. Oh, beautiful. 1,100 in 1 week? Beautiful. That's insane. They banned funded accounts if I copy your trades. I don't know. Probably they'll ban it. Do you encourage funded accounts to build initial capital if you're profitable? Sure. Gold sell TP. I have no idea. Bitcoin. Why don't you change your name from Bitcoin to Forex or something else? Fucking got a Bitcoin nickname and trying to trade Forex over here and asking for a TP on gold sell? Jesus, man. Shouldn't you be focusing on Bitcoin buys over here? We're at the low at this point now. Swag Academy is not a scammer. LOL. Oh, okay. Alright, let's take a look at this over here. Take a look at this chart over here. Oh, very nice. Secured. Very nice. Demo or real this account? This is a real account with real deposits. and real withdrawals, with real losses and real wins. This took yesterday, this took again today, withdrew $100. Okay. Actually, it's a real demo account. Well, then who gives me the withdrawals? You know, I mean, it doesn't come from the sky. How did it feel to withdraw it to your bank account? Good. Good. The banks here in Pakistan want me to deposit more money. They basically want you to deposit money at the end of every quarter and at the end of every 6 months. They're like, hey, Mr. Raja, please support the banks. Who's going to support me? Do you recently take swing trades based on weekly chart? Yes, I did. Does Digital Magic Keys work on MacBook or only Windows? I haven't tried it on my MacBook, but they do work on MacBook. They do. I saw someone on IG who was showing the live profit section MT5 on his phone, but the screen scrolled without him touching it. Yeah, people are dumb, man. You're looking very... Thank you. Do you prefer start with demo account or real account? Start with a small real account, like $100. How's the new computer? Amazing. This new PC I built, man, amazing. Amazing this PC is running. Look at just the video. Look at the video quality over here. Don't you see the video quality? Look at this. Crazy video quality. Amazing. But I am running a Sony EV10. Oh wow, look at this. Price broke, reset resistance, 30-minute kind of strong resistance. Very nice. Very nice buys over here. Is a new PC quick and fast? Yes, it's quick and fast. It's quick, it's fast. Every morning, when I turn on the PC, I press that power button. In 3 seconds, the thing just comes up. Thing just comes up to life. In 3 seconds. Oh, someone's pretty mad there over there. How can I have a beard like yours? Just let it grow. Won't NY Open increase volatility of GY? I don't know about GY, but GJ, yes. And I'm sure it's going to continue pushing down. How was the transplant process? The first 30 minutes was hell. First 30 minutes, it's going to feel like they're trying to kill you. It's the cost of living in Dubai like Canada. I'm still debating that. I think it's the same as in Canada. No, I think it's less than in Canada. It's less than in Canada. Like I was spending around 5,000 to 6,000 a month in Canada. The people I've talked to, I think in Dubai it's maybe 4,000 or 4,500 a month dollars a month to live like okay with like school fees, a maid and everything. But you know, in my language they say jitna gud pa utna meetha, which means it's going to be sweet as depending on how much sugar you put in it. You know, if you want a sweet life, you got to put more sugar in it, which means we got to spend more. So, yeah, Dubai is very, very, very expensive now. Oh, I think it's going to continue getting expensive. Let's take a look at this over here. Above candle close, take that buy. This is on this is, what chart is this? This is GU? GPUSD? Yeah, I can see by the price over here. GU should be GU. Yeah. Same way I was living in Montreal and came back to Dubai now, and yes, the cost of living in Dubai is more expensive. It all depends on your lifestyle. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Rent in Dubai is skyrocketing. Oh damn. We're looking at maybe a pre-construction. We're looking at to get like a pre-construction project to invest in Dubai. Maybe it's going to be completed in 2024, 2025 and just move in there. Let's take a look at gold over here. Oh, see that rejection? See that? Damn. The GJ is more soft with new traders than gold. It doesn't matter what's soft and what's hard. If something's gonna go against you, it's gonna go against you. Just move to Dubai Hills. No, maybe those Mira projects or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Just want to appreciate everything you do. I've been busy with the Since the Trade live. Some people consider you an example of success. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Very humble. Very humble. How are taxes in Dubai? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is they're 5%. Other than that, I have no idea. No idea. There are some great places you can live over there. Oh, look at that. About to get stopped out over here at break even. Let's secure this right here. Yep. That was one trade. Once I'm in Rajastream, I'm hard. Let's see here. Mira project is more pet friendly. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so far we'll see how that situation goes. When you let runner, what do you expect as a move to close all? I expect it to continue pushing down to 165, 570. Do you think that gold will reverse like yesterday? Maybe. I don't know. It's in a no trade range at this point. This for me is a no trade range. No trade range. Big rejection over here. Why are there a lot of negative reviews about Dominion markets on the internet? You know, it happens. You know, like some people like some stuff, some people don't like some stuff. Why are there bad reviews about Trump on the internet? Why are there bad reviews about Joe Biden? Maybe because he deserves it. You know. Will you trade another? No, I'm not going to trade another pair. Another trade. I'm not going to take another trade. How to grow 200 to 5,000? I don't know. Maybe try getting a job by saving 200 and trying to save up to 5,000. No idea. Purchases fake reviews. Competition purchases fake reviews. Oh, yeah. Because if you've noticed, most of them are the same. They're the same subject. It's the same, like, you know, narrative. Sir, can you explain how to control mind when there's no trades for days or even weeks? Maybe just focus on 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. That's it. 1 or 2 trades a day. But it's also got to understand, doing markets has really disrupted like a lot of things. We've grown to about almost like 40,000 clients in 1 year at this point. You know, so this growth is incredible. And you got to understand, in this crypto brokerage industry, you know, they were big ones, like there was Hugo's Way, there's KOT, Traders Domain is really big now too, but KOT, Hugo's Way, and there was another one, they got shut down. No, they shut themselves down. It started with the Z. No, J. Jasper? There was, no, not Jasper. It started with J. I forget the name. Do you think you close positions early now compared to when you started this account at 50K? No, I hold positions longer when it comes towards pre-Londons. Your trading skills are basic. There's a big gold move coming and you won't benefit from it at all. Eric 20, it's Friday. Oh yeah, JAFX. JAFX. They shut down their operations. JAFX. Yeah, I don't care if gold moves. I only care how gold's gonna move on Monday now. Mr. Eric 20. Did you have positive on your account every month? Yes. I took profit on GJ on 200 pips. Very nice. Beautifully done. Look at that. Candle closed below this area. So, you know, this means there's a possibility for price to continue pushing down. Any advice for a plump dumpling? No idea. I can't open MT5 account that have less than 100 leverage. Send an email and they will lower the leverage for you. Why Magic Key Beta 1752 trade lose today? I have no idea. Email Magic Keys. If a broker shuts down, you will lose your money. If a broker shuts down, your deposits get back to you. But it all depends on what they do. You know, it all depends on, like, you know, how they want to give you money back. Like if you take banks, for example, any amount you have in the bank and the bank shuts down, maybe 5% is guaranteed that you will get 5% back or 10% back when the bank shuts down. You know, at least that's the case for here in Pakistan. In Pakistan, if you have around, in Pakistan only 500,000, which is like around $2,500, is guaranteed by the bank that you will get that back. But, you know, it all depends on how they run things, basically. How long do you want to see an algo run profitably? Maybe 6 months. 6 months. It's going to be good. Money management for 5,000? No thanks. Do you recommend university? I don't know what to do. I'm good at trading, but don't have the capital to go full-time trading. I'm 18. Speed effects, trust me, you're not good at trading. Trust me. Trust me on that. You are not good at trading when you're 18. You don't have the mental capability to understand how to manage money, especially when you're 18. Go to your university, go get your degree, go get your option B, because I can guarantee you there's a 99% chance you will never make it in trading and you won't have a decent job if you don't go to university. And this is me speaking from experience. From experience, I know when you're young, you can do simulations, you can run small accounts, you can do funded challenges, you can do all sorts of that stuff when you're young. But when it comes down to the point where you have to pay rent, you have to support your family, you have to pay your bills, all from trading, that pressure to succeed, it takes a toll on you. And for a young and naive mind like yours, if you're 18, man, it's going to take a massive, massive toll on you. And then you're going to go back to your parents and say, hey, man, listen, I need you guys' help. You know, it's the cold, hard truth. Cold, hard truth. No matter what these fucking marketers tell you on Instagram that you can do it, you're 18, you're 21, they're lying to you. They're absolutely lying to you. I have nothing to gain from you by telling you the truth. They have everything to gain because they'll say, hey guys, look at my Lamborghini, look at my Ferrari, get my signals. You're young, bro, just get my signals and you're going to be rich. Right? And all they need is $170 from you a month. That's it. And sell you this dream. And the funded companies can sell you this dream because you're young, you want to make it. Right? So go to university, finish your university. Finish school. Whatever you're doing with that, just do it. Finish it. You want to get into some trades as in plumbing, electrician, carpenter, whatever that is, high-paying jobs. Go do that. You want to work on the rigs? Go do that. High-paying jobs. Save up at least $100,000 and then think about trading. And if you can get profitable, then you can go get the funding accounts and make more money. I have nothing. Jared Green. You shut up, Jared Green. Why the hell are you on my Why the hell are you on my channel anyway? I fell for the whole signal thing at the beginning. That's correct. I'm having that battle with my daughter now. Oh man. Man, on the internet, what they tell us, oh yeah, university is bad. University is waste of time. University is just, you're just gonna get debt and all this bullshit, you know? Fuck, man. So sad. So sad. You know, I know I'm gonna get into this battle with my kids, and before it gets to that, I'm gonna teach them how to sell. Sales. I'm gonna teach them how to sell. You know, I'm gonna send them off to like door-to-door sales or something like that, so they can open up their mind. They can really understand what they really want to do. You know, but because what the hell are they gonna do if they don't go to university? What are they gonna do? A minimum wage job? Is that what they're gonna do? No, man. No, that doesn't pay for nothing. So you need to go to university. You need to really know what you really want to do. And trust me, I have nothing to gain from you. I'm not going to say, oh man, listen, you're 18, you can win it. I can easily say, hey man, go buy my course for $500. You're 18 and you're going to make it in 2 years or 1 year. I can easily say that. I can easily sell you my $500 course. But hey, it's you know, I'm just being honest. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. I'm just being honest. If you think university is a waste of time, you're talking to the wrong people. You're watching the wrong media. If GJ creates support here, chances to retest the new high? Yeah, sure. We can retest the high and then continue down, but we gotta wait for that. Magic keys work with cTrader? Yes, it does. Waste of time in money university? Oh, sure, Omar. University isn't a waste of time if you have an option that's already making you money. Do you understand that? Like, I'm not saying, I mean, you know, like if you're already making money, because the reason why you go to university is to hopefully get a job to make money, right? If you're already making money before university, if you're already making, let's say, 70, 80,000 a year before you start university, then you may think and look at university and say, well, you know, I'm already making more money than I would after I graduate, so maybe I would skip university and just keep doing what I'm doing now. Then it becomes a waste of time because you're already making more money than the 70% of the population out there, right? 70 to 80,000 a year. But if you're not making 70 to 80,000 a year, if you're only making, let's say, 25,000 or 20,000 a year or 15,000 a year, then you got to go to fucking university so you can increase your options to make more money. Does that make sense? If you still say it's a waste of time, you're a dumbass. Complete dumbass. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is pound yen. Took advantage of low time frame while waiting for support to form. Oh, sell over here. I think this is the same trade I took. Very nice. Very nice. Going to university while making 70,000 a year would be fun. Van Wilder style. What if you are 17? Yeah, still go to school. In the US, 40% of consumers filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy carry student loan debt. Yeah, so you just got to make sure you're not in that percentage who file for bankruptcy. And the people who file for bankruptcy are just cowards. You gave up. You know, that's the easy way out. You're not the player one at that point. You're just a little coward. You had no idea what you want to do. You know, you had no passion. You had no direction. You guys are lucky that we do these live streams. You guys are lucky you have access to a lot of different people on Instagram where you can really know what your passion is and what you want to do. You know, and study hard and get a scholarship. Yeah, that's right. What do you think is the right time to move to a full-time trader? When you have enough money saved up and when you're making more money in trading than your day job. That's the best time to move to a full-time trader. Which Islamic scholar do you like in Pakistan? None. None of them. None of them. I listen to some of them, but I don't like none of them. Isn't Forex trading haram in Islam? Then why are you on this channel? Why are you even watching this channel? You're the best. Thank you. People who say university is a waste of time are so frustrated with his own life. That's correct. Bro, I'm 24 and I want to start the university, but I think it's too late. What do you think? Bro, you think it's too late? I have a friend of mine who's 35. He's my age. He just completed his master's in university, right? He has a car sales business and he has an office job. So he does his office job in the morning. He does his car sales at nighttime. In the evening, he goes and did his master's. He did his master's. We would call him, hey man, let's hang out, and he would say, oh no man, I have an exam, I have a quiz. We're like, bro, are you in university? He's like, yeah, I'm doing my master's. I'm like, what? He's 35. If you think it's late for you, man, there's no time in the world when it's too late. And I look up to him, man. He did his master's while he was selling cars at nighttime, and he had a job in the morning. What's the difference? Mindset. Different mindset. There's a different mindset at that point. You need to tap in. I go to my job in the morning, then go to my sales job in my business. Evening, now I'm going to start trading in the middle. Oh, very nice. Tell you're old to learn is just an excuse. That's true. Let's take a look at this over here.
आईफोन किस ब्रांड का मोबाइल फोन है? आईफोन किस ब्रांड का मोबाइल फोन है?
Okay, so the question is, which brand phone is iPhone? That's the question. Which brand phone is iPhone?
आपके ऑप्शंस हैं सैमसंग, वाइवो, हुआई एंड एप्पल.
Control, Uday.
ओके, डी एप्पल.
Oh wow, so much discussion.
पता नहीं एप्पल खाने वाला है, कंपनी है, वो हमें नहीं पता. ये जवाब है.
Beautiful. If a trade is in profit of 10 pips, then retrace back to entry, I close 50%.
Oh, right, yeah.
Hey, Joel, how are you?
All good. How's things going?
Good, man. Great.
When I see that you found out about Jim Rohn. When did you find out about him?
In 2014.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's why you're successful.
Yeah, I used to listen to those guys
kidding.
while we were doing, like, sales. Kept us motivated.
Yeah. I found out about him in 2012.
Oh.
So yeah, I beat you by 2 years, but you have more money. So I guess I was listening on the wrong end.
I wouldn't say that, but you have more experience than me now.
Yeah, he's like really good for philosophy and thinking and.
Yeah, exactly. There was another guy, Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar.
Zig Ziglar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing guy. Zig Ziglar.
For sales.
For sales, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Zig Ziglar for sales. Amazing. Learned so many things about sales from him. So many things.
Yeah.
So many
motivation. For motivation, motivation is like candy, like Jim Rohn says. So it's not too useful, but sometimes it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one quote from Zig Ziglar that I really remember, and that was something like, you were born to win, but to be a winner, you must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. And that goes directly with trading here as well. You plan a trade, you execute a trade, and you anticipate to win. And when you win, you're like, okay, yeah, that was expected.
Yeah, that's nice. And that's how it is. Yeah, about Les Brown, he's good, but he's not going to give you, like practical, like he's just going to motivate you. Like he's good if you're depressed, let's say.
Yeah, that's true. If you're suicidal, go listen to Les Brown.
Yeah, exactly. Or even Joel Osteen, and I don't remember who else.
Yeah. How to improve marketing? You just gotta be passionate about whatever you're trying to sell, because you can really transfer your passion into someone. You can transfer that passion into someone, and when you can transfer that passion into someone, they'll buy from you. Oh, thank you, Sergio. Thank you, thank you. Could I cut my finger with it? You could, but we don't recommend it. Blender sales from Sigler. You could, but we don't recommend it. Once you understand Forex price action, you can relate it, correlate to everything that happens in your life. That's correct. What is best, Forex or stock market? Well, try it and let us know.
Hey, yeah, I was asking you about the thing, because I see that you regularly and tend to you usually post about not knowing about any algo. And remember, like over a year ago, I told you about one. And yeah, I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying I'm gonna show it to you privately, just so you can say you know only one.
Okay, yeah.
But there is one. I mean, there are many, but it's just letting you know there are. It's just typically when they work, you're not gonna hear about them, you know, like typically the way you do.
Yeah, like normally that's maybe just like, related to the algos promoted on Instagram. That's what
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
not the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
exactly.
right, because
Yeah.
obviously I remember I tried like 4 years ago. It was just a scam.
Yeah. Because these profitable algos, they're not promoted at all. Like people don't know about them. They're just out there. People don't know
Exactly.
about them.
Yeah, the one I know, they were private for like 2.5 years.
Oh, nice.
And yeah. And then when they had like a record, then they started kind of like opening up just because people were telling other people, and then ended up like that. But it's like you say, like when they work, they don't have a rush to sell it.
Exactly.
For obvious reasons, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're making money from it anyway, because it's just making you free money.
I even remember asking you like over a year ago, what did you think about arbitrage and all of this? And you were telling me, and I was researching because I wanted to I wanted to open my own broker, all of that, which requires way too much effort and money. Especially with marketing, you have to have the database. You do, so you're good.
Yeah, the liquidity providers don't like arbitrage at all.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't. They don't. They put all those orders in the garbage bin, and they're like, "Well, try again."
Yeah, unless you have like certain setups.
Yeah.
That they are negotiations, but you need to have like what they call liquidity pools. Yeah, I was researching because I'm telling you, I was already negotiating here in Miami Beach with some bank representatives and stuff. And it was a little bit harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, show us the algo, man. I'm still waiting.
For me?
Yeah.
I can do it in private. I don't have to promote it.
Oh, okay.
I can show you everything. I don't care. I can show you big accounts. I can show you my account. I can show you all. Over 2 years.
Okay, later.
Yeah, for sure.
Please explain your runner. Yeah, it got stopped out. So yeah, I just took one trade here today, and I guess that was it.
Yeah, these guys from Miami, I don't know why but it's because they're hustlers. They're used to scamming people, is what I noticed. They don't care. I don't know how they're not in jail, or really. Most of them, they're just marketeers. They only sell you courses and signals and stuff, and post Lambos and.
Oh wow! Look at this. Crazy. Look at this over here.
Yeah, but you see that I don't trust so much now that I think about it. There's if anybody's looking to do that, which is not a bad idea. I have 2 investments like that. Always keep in mind there are some brokers that, for example, could, which happens a lot, could show you like a good graphic, but they erase losses. So be careful with that. I always prefer to try them with a really small amount, 1,000 or whatever, and see how it grows. And then you monitor them live. Like you have to sit on them and watch them live as they trade, just to see if there's no, shenanigans going on.
Yeah, but still, look, 2018 was okay. It's very, 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 very low risk here. 2019, there was only November and December. Yeah, I wonder what happened to the rest of the months over here. Then 2020.
Yeah, the one from my friend, if they lose 1% in a day, that's all. The whole system shuts down for the whole day.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because they manage over, I think it's over 500 million now.
Yeah, that's good. Interesting. Oh wow, pound yen is moving further down over here. So our initial analysis was correct about pound yen. So disappointed this isn't Kervin speaking.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been here. Whole month really busy.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped streaming because of that.
Oh damn.
So much stuff to do.
Do you know harmonic pattern from Scott Carney? No idea who that is. No idea. Gold is going for a buy. I think, yeah, sure, man. This thing is coming down. Honestly, if you really want to look at gold, maybe wait till NYSE, New York Stock Exchange open, or even come back on Monday. It's a Friday now. Why do you keep so many tickers? I don't know. It just looks cool. Honestly, that's the whole reason. I just because sometimes people would ask about trades and would look at stuff and yeah. Do you think 35k account for starters is okay? Man, if you got 35k, amazing. Have you ever went to Makkah? No. We will though. But anyway, I'm gonna head off over here. Thank you everyone for showing up this week. It was amazing. Didn't take many trades this week. Still, it was good. So take care, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Adios, amigos.
See you, Raya.
See
Thank you,
bro.
thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Peace out.